Welcome everyone to yet another new video. In this video, I was going through some articles to learn about Kubernetes. So after learning and gaining some ideas and knowledge on Kubernetes, I thought of let's create a small application, a microservice application, and let's do a test deployment on the private Kubernetes cluster. So in this video, we will be looking at particular three areas of what are the services that has been created and how you can, as a beginner friendly way, how you can deploy your workloads, your services on Kubernetes. In this particular demo, I am using Google Cloud Platform. So my Kubernetes engine is GKE only, Google Kubernetes Engine. In this particular demo, as I have told you, there are few couple of services are being involved. All these services are specifically corresponding to the blog application. It is a blog app GKE microservice demo. There are typical three services are involved. One is one database has been involved, but other than the database, Go Auth service is the responsible for user authentications and authorizations. There is a blog microservice or blog service which is responsible for managing the blog post, and Angular blog client, which is a front-end application which has been externally exposed to the internet. Okay, now before I jump on the next section, I would like to say all these services has its own database. Okay, so it's a database per service pattern that has been used. In this particular pattern, this is the particular demo which we'll be looking at it. Other than that, there are the build the Docker image. So before we jump on the Docker, these are the typical folder structure. This is the Angular front end. It has the Go Auth service. Okay, we have the blogs service. We have the KH infrastructures, the Postgres instance, migration scripts, and these are the scripts that has been there. Some environment variables and Postgres composer for run the entire images on your local machine. Now in this particular demo, if I open the auth service, it is a simple like Go application, and the makefile has been created overall. Okay, now in this particular section, as you can see, the build and Docker tools, here we are using this thing, and in the command directory, in the internal directory, this is the core service. It has the core components which are being loaded over here. Once it is being loaded, it basically ingest as a dependency on my new server. Okay, now if you look at the authentication service, there are a few couple of services that are being involved over here. Now all these are fine. Okay, all these are fine. Now let's run the app locally. If you want to run the app in the document screen, there are typically, as I have told, this particular script that needs to be run to run your images, and which has been present in scripts as Postgres directly. So if I run that, let's see how long it takes. It is trying to pull the Docker images. Once the image pulling is done, we would be seeing the particular service being run on the particular environment in the local machine. This is the particular sample container of Docker and all. Okay, now this is the Postgres Cloud SQL instance. So in the as a database, as a local database, I am using the Docker Postman, okay, for building the particular app services and all. But on cloud, I am using Cloud SQL Postgres instance over here. So in my screen, if I go here, this is the Postgres instance which is being run, and there are a couple of databases are being involved. So for example, if I go here, you would be seeing there are two services. Auth is the one other database, blog is the another database. So it is a database per service pattern. Now if I go down, there is to set up the proxy, like your Kubernetes from your inside cluster of Kubernetes to access the Cloud SQL, you have to create a KSA and GSA annotation. So for that, this is the particular script which has been there. You have to create one kube SA account, then Cloud SQL needs to be triggered. All the steps are mentioned. There is a blog link also attached, and post that there is the Kubernetes deployment infrastructures. Okay, now if I go here to create a cluster, this is the Kubernetes Autopilot cluster creation command for my project, and rest is basically bonus. If you are quick hack, these are the particular. If we go into the Kubernetes, there are the few microservices out there. So first, as I told you, the service account needs to be created. One service account has been created. This is the PG admin console. Just for the testing purpose, I have created over here. Namespace. A particular namespace is Kubernetes microservice Golang. This is the Cloud SQL auth proxy which has been configured. as you can see, all my it is a proxy connection that has been created from the Kubernetes engine to your Cloud SQL instance. There is the support of workload identities as well in the latest GKE environment, but for auth proxy it is a particularly standard setup. But I would recommend you could also see the workload identity metric to set up the instance and all. And this is the particular auth service. As you can see, this is a cluster IP setup only, so no service expose is needed particularly for this thing. Right now there are the auth microservice. In this auth microservice there are two replicas, and other than that, this is the particular Docker image which is being hosted in a private artifact registry. Particular port I have been exposed, and in this particular session I am using the environment directly, but you could also use the Kubernetes secrets. That will be the more meaningful and more secure way to store, because ideally at the end of the day my root password, all these things are exposed. However, this database is cannot be accessed from outside the internet because it enables from the Google identity, but still it is a best practice to do. And this is the particular service layer, which is also again it is a cluster IP, because all the services are internal to the Kubernetes cluster. Auth service do not need to expose to outside world, right? It is a pure backend, and the ingress control layer has been created. Now after that, this is the blog service, same the particular image, the particular environment variables which I need, and post that. Other than that, there is the particular cluster IP setup that has been created and all, and this is the particular front end. Here you could see the images, the particular blog service endpoints and all, and this is the particular load balancer. This is externally load balance, so I'm using cloud load balancer, which I'm telling the user will we will be hitting on port 200, but ideally at the container the images would run on 1800. Now if I would like to show you the Docker images, this is the Docker image of the authentication, fairly the standard Go Docker build, building the Docker images. Then this is the Angular Docker image. Again, we have the service separation over here. The builder image is separate, and for the deployment we are using Nginx. Okay, Nginx, and there is the Nginx configuration server has been created over here. This is the Nginx configuration. So all this is done. Let's see the demo. Let's see. Okay, all services are up and running. This is my local environment. So if I go here, open a new tab, try to hit login. This is my local host port 200, right? Now you can create the user sign up. You can sign up for the new as a new user. So for example, if I want to sign up, let's say this is password. Login. Here, from here, login. Okay, I'm inside the localhost app. Okay, so that's it only. Now let's close this. And similarly in the Kubernetes section, this is the autopilot cluster that I am talking about. I can close the particular instances. Now this is the autopilot cluster. Now if we will go into workload section, these are the all deployment workloads that has been created. Okay, this is your auth proxy layer. If I click here, this is entirely pure specific to your cluster only. Okay, there are nothing involved. If I go back to the authentication service, say for example, if I click here, you could see if I see last 12 hours, 1 hour, 2 days. So these are the particular stack that I can see. Okay, and this auth service has been created and all. And if I go here for the service ingestion, this is the service ingestion layer. And as you can see, this blog posted is externally load balancer. So this, if I hit this particular IP, I could see my application running. See, 129.89 port 200. If I close 129.189 port 200. So this is running on Kubernetes right now. Now here let's try to access. I'm using the incognito and the certificate is not being there, which is why we are seeing this particular error. This is again the same good old your login screen. You come here, try to log in. Okay, I wrong typed the password wrong. Experience. So this is I'm inside the screen. This is the blog microservice GKE service demo made by Soluna with Angular, Golang, Postgresql, and Google Kubernetes Engine. So here you can see the particular blogs and all, everything over here. Some recommended blogs by some other users as well. this is particular blog. And if I go back, you can also write a new blog post. For new blog post, I have some sample content most probably. Let me check it. I have it. So if I just copy paste this particular line over here and hello world, you can type hello world. Some subtitle you can add. Sonish GKE Gates. That way, some blog title also you can write. Say for example, hello world blog. So all these are real-timely set up. You can add some good looking stuffs over here. Some emojis I can also add. Let's see if I can add some. Okay, there are some validation error. I might use some extra characters. I have to remove it. So I have just for the cost saving purpose, I have not applied the proper data size. I have kept it very minimal, 25-30 characters only. So see, the new blog has been created. If I also refresh the screen, this will be coming up, and all this is very fast and very nice actually. If you could see, as I have posted here, some users run the workloads, my first blogs, all these blogs are being recommended by some users and all. If I click here, this is the another blog I have been here. If I click here, the blog has been changed to the microservices. Okay, this is how it is, posted on 27. Rest blogs are posted on yesterday, most probably 16. So that's how it works. I hope you have liked it. Thank you.